Hi, Siddhant ji. How are you?
Very good. What's up?
I'm doing well. And finally, it's amazing to catch up with you. And Sounds of Kumbh का genesis क्या है? मुझे ये थोड़ा सा ये समझना है. I know it must be a frequently asked question, but still before my understanding, I want to understand.
It's very simple. We were supposed to do something for the Mahakumbh, and the concept that we shared and was approved by the government of UP through Network 18 was that we are going to go to the Mahakumbh. We are going to record the sounds that are there in the Mahakumbh, like river sounds, temple sounds, crowd sounds, chants, जो भी सब कुछ होता है उससे क्या है हमारा concept basically एक it was very simple. Today people are having great access to technology. We have very good phones, we have very good video capturing devices. So we all keep making reels, we keep clicking pictures, we are doing a lot of reels, we are doing a lot of posts around. But we don't process sound like that. We don't look at sound like that. We don't look at an immersive experience. Of course, a mobile phone doesn't give you an immersive experience just by itself in the speaker. But the concept was that we should also, being a sound person, I wanted to eternalize the sound. I wanted to preserve the sound because sound is vibration, and at this point of time, it's a very spiritually charged celestial environment. It is a very cosmic, the whole consciousness is coming together, the whole world is coming together. तो उससे क्या होता है कि हम वो जाके एक्सपीरियंस करना चाहते थे एंड वो जब हम रिकॉर्ड कर लेते हैं देन द होल वर्ल्ड कैन आल्सो एक्सपीरियंस इट. सो साउंड्स ऑफ कुंभ वाज एसेंशियली meant to be bringing a lot of sounds together and creating music on that. It became that, but it became a little larger than that.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct. I mean, obviously, and the project starts with a concept and then it evolves, it has its own lifespan. But when you started re- identifying which sounds from Kumbh, is that something you want to take? How did you, ऐसा कुछ था
The
स्पेसिफिक
idea was
दिमाग में?
just to go there and just to
हाँ.
capture the कुंभ. हमारा कॉन्सेप्ट क्या है ना, कुंभ को कैप्चर करके हमें कॉमन मैन तक लेके जाना है जो लोग नहीं आ सकते.
Hmm. Okay.
That was the concept. So that is exactly what we did. We just went there and we just flowed organically. जो भी हो सकता था. See, anybody who's gone to the Kumbh will understand that you really don't have much of a choice there. ना जितना हम लोग movement is restricted. It's so vast. It's so huge. And I think self protection is also very important. You need to be with your group. You remember that so many people were like tying ropes around themselves to walk in a group so that they don't get lost.
Yeah.
So we don't really have much of a choice when it comes to this, but all the intent was there was an intention that हम जितना maximum कुंभ का vastness और expanse को cover कर सकते हैं वो हम करें.
Right. So, look, from a vastness and
From a
expanse point
vastness.
of view, मुझे याद है एंड आपको भी याद होगा हमारी पुरानी जो मूवीज होती थी ना उसका एक बहुत बेसिक थीम होता था कि कुंभ के मेले में दो दो बिछड़े हुए भाई. राइट. एंड वो एक इट्स नॉट अबाउट यू नो कॉमेडीफाइंग और इट्स नॉट अबाउट creating a comic thing out of it, but it tells the vastness of how Kumbh is. Right. जब आपने शुरू किया था ये प्रोजेक्ट, आपके क्या एक्सपेक्टेशंस थे एंड थ्रू द जर्नी आपको क्या मतलब एवोल्यूशन कैसा रहा आपका?
बहुत ही बड़ा एवोल्यूशन हुआ. इट इज लाइक ओके, सो जब हमने शुरू किया था हमारे पैरामीटर्स बहुत सिंपल थे. द मैंडेट वाज टू डिलीवर द प्रोजेक्ट बिफोर द कुंभ इज ओवर. सो आइडियली वी वर टारगेटिंग 20th to 24th ऑफ फरवरी, ताकि बिकॉज बहुत ज्यादा म्यूजिक है, ऐसा नहीं है. मतलब इट वाज सपोज टू बी 12 original songs. It was supposed to be a lot of reels that we had to give. So as a master chef of music, I had to choose the right ingredients. So
हाँ.
right artists. So people who are close to me, people who are master professionals. We go only for those people. तो हमारा क्या कॉन्सेप्ट था कि हम लोग कुछ इंस्ट्रूमेंटल ट्रैक्स करेंगे बहुत सुंदर, बिकॉज देर आर इंस्ट्रूमेंटल म्यूजिशियंस फ्रॉम अराउंड द वर्ल्ड. कुछ हम एक एंथम करेंगे और एक दो ऐसे हम लोग और ट्रैक्स करेंगे दैट आर मोर कमर्शियल, तो लाइक वी हैव राम राम, वी डिड अ सत्संग. विद शिवा शिवा वी डिड शिवा शिवा एनर्जी का सॉन्ग दुर्गा ट्रांस में। तो हमको पता नहीं था हम दुर्गा ट्रांस और ये सारे सॉन्ग्स भी करेंगे। एवोल्यूशन वाज दैट वी स्टार्टेड वेरी स्मॉल बिकॉज वी डिड नॉट, उस समय तो जब कॉन्सेप्ट हमारे पास आया था और हमको कुंभ का ये मैंडेट मिला था, हमने कुंभ नहीं देखा था। तो हम जब देखने गए वी सॉ दैट ओके यहाँ पे बहुत ज्यादा काम है।
हाँ
But we were all in a yes mind. The entire crew was overwhelmed, was thrilled, was very happy, that we are getting a chance of a lifetime. So, keeping that gratefulness and that gratitude in mind, we just started reaching out to more and more friends through friends.
हम्म
So, we just said, "Would you like to be a part of it?" Like one of our artists, Abhishek, Yash Raj is his brother.
हम्म
So, we asked Abhishek, see, if we have a rapper on this song, maybe we'll get a different angle. So we were always thinking differently. We were seeing that, यार अगर हम लोग ये चीज कर रहे हैं, how does it reach maximum number of people and not
राइट
just stay on Instagram on a Kumbh page?
राइट
We wanted to be to have some longevity because कुंभ जब सब लोगों तक पहुंच गया है तो उसका म्यूजिक भी सब लोगों तक पहुंचना चाहिए।
करेक्ट
So we were thinking differently. All of us were thinking differently. And when we were thinking differently, हमने प्रे किया कि आप हमें और आइडियाज दीजिए। और जैसे जैसे आइडियाज आते गए वो कॉन्सेप्ट इवॉल्व होता गया और कमर्शियल होता गया और इंटरेस्टिंग होता गया और लोग आने लग गए। राजा कुमारी आए, कनिका कपूर जी आए, एंड सो मेनी पीपल केम टुगेदर, आदित्य गढ़वी केम, everybody wanted to contribute. So everybody came from an angle of contribution to Kumbh. Everybody wanted to, surrender and give in their best effort for Kumbh, not
राइट
for me, not for the album, not for anything. So
राइट
जब उस भाव से हम कुछ करते हैं, हम कुछ देने के भाव से करते हैं और ये सोच के करते हैं कि मेरा ये कंट्रीब्यूशन ये बहुत छोटा सा, वो गोवर्धन पर्वत पे उंगली लगा रहे हैं, इट्स लाइक दैट।
हम्म
भगवान ने तो हमें मौका दिया है, दिस इज एन अपॉर्चुनिटी। एंड
राइट
आइदर and I also say that this is something that we can see now. In 45 days we created a Sounds of Kumbh. We could have also created something very simple. It would have taken 45 days only, right?
करेक्ट
So we chose the tougher part. We chose a collaborative path. We chose कि maximum number of people should get involved. हमारा choir भी बहुत बड़ा था। एक दीप्ति मैम है हमारे दिल्ली में, she helped us with the choir. And every single day some action is happening. Our producers are working together. some log sab soch rahe hain how can we shape it better. Then comes देवराज सान्याल फ्रॉम यूएमजी, जिसने पूरा का पूरा डायरेक्शन चेंज कर दिया कि भाई इसे कमर्शियल बनाना है, इसको पैकेज करना है। देन
करेक्ट
केम गुरुदेव श्री श्री रविशंकर, जिन्होंने पूरा इसे ग्लोबल लिफ्ट दे दिया। वी आर ग्लोबल ओनली इन थैंक्स टू हिम। एंड with Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar coming into the project, it becomes legitimately a global spiritual, appearance, because he speaks of, he's the ambassador of peace, he's the ambassador of wisdom, he's the ambassador of life across the planet,
राइट
you know. So एक सबसे बड़े हमारे संत आ गए प्रोजेक्ट के ऊपर, उससे ज्यादा अपने को नहीं चाहिए। मतलब आता गया पीपल केप्ट कमिंग एंड वी केप्ट अकोमोडेटिंग, वी केप्ट थिंकिंग,
हाँ
something or the other. So this was a very huge evolution
राइट
within 45 days.
सो जब ये एवोल्यूशन हो रहा था, ठीक है, आई थिंक वो एक बहुत ही ओवरवेलमिंग टाइम भी रहा होगा कि ऑन ग्राउंड एक्टिविटी चल रही है, कोलैबोरेशंस आ रहे हैं, म्यूजिक प्रोडक्शन चल रहा है। इस पूरे एवोल्यूशन के टाइम पे हाउ डिड यू ड्रॉ द लाइन कि ओके इसको इतना स्ट्रेच करना है, यहाँ पे रोकना है, इसको ये एसिमिलेट करना है, ये रिजेक्ट करना है?
नहीं
सम
किया कोई लाइन, कोई लाइन ड्रॉ नहीं किया, वो बहुत देर तक चला। See,
हम्म
what happened is that we were aligning ourselves to Grammy submissions as well, because now it has gotten a Grammy nominations. We were aligning कि भाई हम लोग किस टाइम पे सबमिट करें so that we can reach maximum number of people as well. So we decided on July 2nd to be a good date.
हम्म
Now, when we have submitted the album on the 24th of February, we have submitted primarily everything. We have submitted the compositions, we submitted the structure, we submitted the reels. हमने बना लिया था म्यूजिक, लेकिन तब से हमने उस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम से हमने रिफाइन करना शुरू किया चीजों को।
हम्म
It took a lot of time. PA Deepak was mixing and mastering. I was mixing. So many things were happening. We were constantly evolving. We were constantly looking at more artists, more ingredients, so that हम लोग इसे एक ग्रामी लेवल प्रोडक्शन तक लेकर आए. 45 days में तो हमने डिलीवर कर दिया.
हाँ.
That is our mandate. That is our commitment and justification to the government. That okay,
हम्म.
कुंभ के अंदर अंदर हमने ये काम दे दिया. लेकिन now we had some time to us where we could think and craft it even better. मतलब हम लोग फिर icing on the cake कर रहे थे
हम्म.
constantly. So there was not a single day where we were not doing Sounds of Kumbh.
Okay.
And it was affecting my health, it was affecting my life, everything, because I had said yes to it, and I had not thought कि हम इसे मतलब we are looking at it from a Grammy perspective, but I had thought from it from a perspective that today and tomorrow, say whoever listens to Sounds of Kumbh and watches the 12 music videos, they should experience Kumbh.
हम्म.
They should close their eyes and feel the whole presence of it. तो वो गानों का स्ट्रक्चर, गानों का पूरा फ्लो, सब उस एंगल से चलता गया.
Correct.
So there was no line that we could draw. Of course, there was a deadline. Finally, we had to cut it. But ये तो
Yeah.
चलते ही जाएगा, ये तो रुक ही नहीं सकता. Creative process.
Correct. So ग्रैमी सबमिशन का कब मतलब came into your consciousness कि ग्रैमी सबमिशन के लिए इसको प्रिपेयर
It
करेंगे?
was always there because I'm a Grammy
हाँ.
voting member.
Yeah.
So every year we put out a project. Every
Okay.
year we produce and put out a project. So this was going to be this year's project. लेकिन it was not meant just for Grammy submission. This is not a Grammy submission album. This is not something कि भाई just because मुझे submit करना है मैं इस बार कुछ डाल दूं.
हाँ.
Just because I have to submit something, I have to give something out, I have to enter. No, I don't work like that.
Right.
A Grammy submission is a guideline that, okay, within this time you have to submit so that it can be considered for the Grammys. But that has nothing to do with us.
हाँ.
Nobody can say that you're going to win a nomination or a Grammy. We
Correct.
cannot work for the Grammys. We cannot work with the award in mind. वो थोड़ी होता है. That cannot be possible. Some
That is
people
true.
might be doing that. We cannot do that because that
Right.
doesn't justify music. That doesn't justify our art.
Right.
You cannot have a goal in mind. I have to reach, this place. So I have to take this route. So when it comes to awards and when it comes to these kind of even Grammys is one award. There are tons of other awards, but if you keep an award in mind,
Hmm.
then you will lose out on the content
Fair point. Yeah, yeah,
because
I agree to that.
there cannot be any route. You cannot have a magic formula. Ki, this is how you win a Grammy. It is not possible.
That is true. That is
Yeah.
true.
So
But
that
you,
way, it was just a guideline that we have to deliver within, we have to be within submission guidelines and package it properly such that and it also helps a lot because when you consider putting it out, say now, if you know that I have to enter something for the Grammys this year, right in the beginning of the project, you have to know that it has to be top of the line.
yeah,
You cannot be entering something mediocre. You cannot even think of it. You have to have a
right,
story intact. You have to have very good music that people can relate to.
correct,
Since you are entering in a field that is global music means everybody in the world can relate to it, can live it, can experience it. You cannot just do something ki, oh, I like something, I like my own music, and now you have to listen to it.
correct.
So that way, the Recording Academy and the Grammys and various peers in the Grammys, they shape our content. When you listen to such great music from Ed Sheeran, from India, where Ricky Cage has defined a new age sound, when you listen to these people's music, you know, you feel inspired to create something at their level or better.
Hmm.
You want to use the same tools available. See, Ed Sheeran also, and great names like Taylor Swift and Diljit Dosanjh, and so many people who are doing incredible music. वो भी उन्हीं tools के हमारे धरती पे जो हमारे पास instruments available है उसी से बना रहे हैं ना.
Fair enough. Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, everybody is using the same pen to write.
correct.
Everybody is using the same craft. Everybody, but what are they doing? They are looking at things differently.
Yeah, fair enough.
They are redefining their own movements. They are probably breaking their own records.
Yeah,
So once you aspire to do the biggest of the big, then you start thinking that big.
Yeah.
And that is why, fortunately, we had seven producers, and those seven producers were thinking together. So you can imagine how big the thought process could be. We could still not match the expanse of the Kumbh, right? So it was that big, but well.
So there are two things you said that I really want to further delve upon. One is you mentioned a while back, 2nd July was the date you did the submission. A, how did you
The
derive
2nd July was the world global release date, not the
global
submission.
release date? And you said that this
We are
global
in
release,
submission guideline.
okay, so you said that global release was aligned with certain Grammy uh, guidelines.
Yeah.
So what is
Grammy
this
guidelines.
significance for my
No,
understanding
no,
and
no. Grammy
for
guidelines
anybody?
is na. Say basically, guidelines are like, okay, if you have released an album in a certain time, it will be considered in that year. इससे ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं है. There's nothing more.
Fair enough. अच्छा ठीक है. And
So
second thing
say if
is
I want to release something, if I want to enter something in this Grammy cycle, I have to release it before that.
fair enough. So there is a cycle within which time span you're going
Every
to
year
do.
there is an award cycle, no? Every
Yeah,
year.
yeah, correct. Fair enough.
But the release was not tuned for Grammys only. The release was tuned in a way that we could finish projects, we could do everything, and we could market things as well. So
Yeah,
that was Universal Music's decision how to do it and what to do and how to place it forward. So they were doing that.
fair enough. So you said there were seven producers in all who have worked on this, and of course, all these seven producers come with their own thoughts, come with their own, you know, process behind production, and even their own sound. How did Siddhant Bhatia, for example, who is possibly the lead of this project, how did Siddhant Bhatia navigate with all these seven producers, and what all did they add to the album in your perspective?
So so it is a common thread. I was the first person and the only person first. As the project evolved, we saw that we need support.
Okay.
And those support systems were made available from the universe. I reached out to um, my friend Raghav, who's an incredible producer, audio producer, music producer, advertising, music director in general. He's a music director,
Hmm.
multi-instrumentalist. So the first person to reach out to was Raghav, so that we start thinking about how to deliver music in this given point of time within 45 days. So in advertising and in doing a lot of government work through ages, we did G20. We did so much work under pressure. So we know how to deliver work under pressure. We know how to handle mega projects. We know how to handle those things through our experience. But this was unique because इसमें actual creation करना है. You have to
Yeah.
actually think. Then you have to actually relate it to the Kumbh. Everything has to be related to the Kumbh.
Yeah.
It cannot be random things.
Hmm.
So the first person to reach out to was Raghav. राघव के आने के बाद we required by the government we required a couple of Grammy musicians to come down to India. So I reached out to my close friend Charu Suri. We've been working together in the past. She helped me connect to Jim Kimo West, Ron Cobb, Mardi Das, everybody. So then all of us, a karma kept happening, one after the other, and everybody then saw potential. The best part is that the line of thought, when there is clarity in your mind, when the intent is honest and authentic, then the right people come together to take it forward. And that is what we have experienced firsthand here.
Which is fair. Yeah. That's what I believe in this. I totally believe in this that if you are doing it with the right intent, right people will connect with you. And I think which is very much evident in Sounds of Kumbh. But
Yeah.
look, you have been through not just producing an album for Kumbh or bringing Kumbh experience out for people who have not been able to go there. For example, I have not been there and I was very fortunate to see what I saw in your album and in your videos. It was a surreal experience. Out of all this entire 45 days plus and how many ever days you have spent in the whole process in the Kumbh itself, what does Kumbh mean to you now?
I was talking about this one point yesterday itself with someone. To sum up, I'll only say that it is a journey from being someone to being no one, you know. It is literally like meditation, and this is something that my Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar also keeps saying, that it is literally seeing so many people together in a collective environment. So there is togetherness when you go there, you know, when you stand there and you're surrounded by, like we say, 500 plus million people, of course, not at the same time.
Yeah.
100, maybe 50, even 50. अभी हम लोग, I give you a very small example. If you go to a concert, for example, if you go to a public rally, you know, a congregation of people, let's say 50 people or 100 people are getting together, and we just left in a room. There's nothing happening.
Hmm.
After some time, people will start getting agitated.
Yeah.
People will want to be, out of it. They don't want to be there anymore. After some time, people will feel like, yeah, yeah, where have we come? I'm just talking about 50 to 100 people. Even leave 50 to 100 people. Talk about four members of a family. After some time of sitting together, we can't even tolerate each other.
Hmm.
Now, place yourself amongst 10 crore people, 100 million people, who have all come for fulfilling their faith. There is nothing else.
Hmm.
There's just one Sangam, one river, right?
Yeah.
And it is an alignment. Okay, somebody has told you that astrologically this is a good time to be somewhere. So you spend your own money, you take out time from your busy life.
Yeah.
You know that you are going to go through kilometers of traffic jams with less conveniences, with less facilities, less comfort, and you go there just for a sacred dip.
That's true.
What do you do after the dip? You don't know.
Yeah.
What do you do before the dip? You just see people around, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in that environment, your mind is in a state of silence because you have surrendered to the intention of being there. You have surrendered to the universe that, okay, now is my time to go there. और वहां जो होगा देखेंगे.
Hmm.
So that is the biggest learning. The biggest learning is if we could implement that in our lives every day. जो होगा देखेंगे.
Hmm.
Families
Correct.
will get better, and lives are going to change. Everything is going to get creative. We can't tolerate people around us all the time. We just want our own place. Yet we
Yeah.
go to a Kumbh and we see everybody there, and there is no chaos.
Yeah.
There is no one fighting. There is no hustle bustle. There is no pushing around. There is no fighting for space. This is my space. No, everybody has come together. So from togetherness, you see oneness. If you zoom out, you just actually, you would have seen that there are so many animations that there is a zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, and you see that you are one speck in the
Yeah.
galaxy. You're actually that one speck in those people. अगर आप drone से भी देखोगे, you can't even see there's so many heads,
Correct.
right? So that togetherness to oneness and to nothingness, and there is
Hmm.
complete nothingness. You are nobody. And when you
Correct.
experience that nothingness, you feel that you're zero. You feel that you're all powerful. You can shape. How did we shape a Sounds of Kumbh? How did people Sounds of Kumbh, forget about it. They actually made the Kumbh. The
Hmm.
government actually made the Kumbh happen.
Hmm.
You can only imagine the vision of the Prime Minister of India. You can actually imagine the vision of the Chief Minister that they enabled this gathering to happen. It is impossible. ये कोई normal आदमी का काम है ही नहीं. This is all divine play.
Hmm.
We cannot imagine so many people coming together peacefully. होता ही नहीं. कहाँ
Hmm.
कर सकते हो आप? You put people together in one place and you see what happens. Nobody will talk to each other. Nobody will do anything.
Yeah.
So similarly, this is the influence of Kumbh on me is to actually accept that we are nothing. We are nothing in
Hmm.
that divine plane, and it
Fair
has
enough.
just come to us.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's very spiritually charged, deep meaning thing, but yeah, this is a very personal experience.
I can imagine. Uh, okay, beyond Sounds of Kumbh, as a producer, as a music producer, as a singer, as a composer, uh, what is that next you're trying to do now?
The next,
Hmm.
or the immediate next is I need your prayers to win the trophy. So we are
That
targeting
I think
that.
the
Other than
entire
that,
India is praying for you.
yeah, yeah, just so this is going to be a big win for India itself. It is everything to do with us, everything to do
Yeah,
with all the people who have come together, all their
yeah,
collective prayer.
yeah.
So yeah, um, there is a lot in action, a lot of collaborations and movement. So there are things that are already going on. People who want to work with us, incredible producers who want to work with us from around the world. They're coming together. So Horai, something or the other is in the works. Nothing in particular that I can point out.
Okay. As of now, it's all in discussion stages and
Yeah,
possibly
yeah. It takes time. Creative process
exploring.
always takes time. Until and unless a Kumbh happens again, we'll not rush into it so much.
Yeah, yeah.
We need to we need to make and go slow. We need to think.
Given that, uh, given the work that you have done with Sounds of Kumbh, with your previous projects also, which are in a particular domain, what is the I, I mean, in my opinion, you are trying to, or your focus or your vision is to try and take sounds of India to the globe and music
Hmm.
of India to the globe.
Yeah.
And with that in the mind, where do you want to head from here? I mean, not necessarily collaborations, but where personally you want to head from here as somebody who is looking to put Indian music on the global map.
Okay, let's just clarify once. Indian music has been on the global map for a very long time. We are not somebody who are reinventing the wheel, or we're not somebody doing something extraordinary or different. No. From the
No,
time of
that's
Ustad
not what I'm
Ghulam
trying
Ali
to say.
Khan, it was
Okay,
Amir
let
Khan.
me rephrase the question.
Yeah, yeah, please.
Indian music, it's not about Indian music being there already on the global map. It's that you are also trying to put from your end, adding to that. And from that aspect is what I'm trying to
So what
ask.
do I want to do?
Yeah.
So you are saying, let me just ask you this again. You are saying that what is my contribution going to be in the global scenario?
In the global scenario, and what's the vision in the global
Yeah,
scenario?
collaborations, nothing more.
Okay.
I want to go to all the ethnic. I want to check out all the ethnic instruments that we can work with. I want to see. I, I've been noticing this quite recently. We're all talking about India attracting and being a magnet to a global audience.
Hmm.
Export of Indian music as well as import of Western music. But what I also see is that a lot of Indian musicians are not getting the right platform and the chance to, showcase their talent.
Hmm.
It's it's not that they're not, but a lot of them are not being represented.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are still undiscovered, and they're of course they're doing their own little bit with, thanks to technology, they're all making their own music, they're releasing it, they're distributing it, they're creating reels for awareness, they're getting discovered. It's not that they're not, but primarily there are still a whole, there are so many musicians still in the shadows. They're still very poor, they're still very they cannot survive in the way music and culture should be thriving,
Hmm.
and when so many other industries are thriving.
Yeah.
So I would like to also work with some indigenous homegrown musicians who have spent their life in music, who've
Hmm.
given their life to music. So I would like to see how we can use their stories and their talent and their craft and collaborate globally.
Yeah.
So when it comes to putting Indian music and globally, I would like to collaborate with the best of people around the world
Hmm.
with Indian musicians. So yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. There is one very interesting music video of yours in Sounds of Kumbh, where Durga Trance, where you have effectively and very it's an AI made generated video, and it's it kind of also tells about the not just uh, not just the it's an amalgamation of Indian sounds, Indian ethnicity, Indian philosophy with the contemporary technology. And this is what was, I mean, for me personally, when I saw it, it was pretty much an outstanding moment for me. In the current context, as a producer, as an artist, what is your take on AI?
AI is life right now. It is new, it is out here, and it is out here to stay. So we have to adapt to AI. We have to accept it and we have to move with it. We have to upskill with it. We have to use it. Gemini 3 is out, and so many other generative AI models are like refining themselves. With Gemini 3, Google's job was to make it simpler. There
Hmm.
was a time when prompting was very difficult, and the LLMs, they used to large language models, they used to basically give different outputs, and you had to prompt in a certain way. But every single, I think every single quarter something new is coming out, and you have to stay with the times. So no, 4.5 is here, and it is so powerful. Uh, you can just brainstorm with AI and actually create music. So it's a very big deal. You're talking collective intelligence of the whole world globally, and you have access to it. So imagine
Hmm.
that there is a brain and there is a super brain and there is a whole world, the brain of the whole world. So that is what
Hmm.
AI is. It's artificial intelligence. And when it comes to Sounds of Kumbh, we weren't able to shoot everything. So when we weren't able to shoot everything, we recreated Kumbh through AI. And when it comes to Durga Trance in specific, the idea behind Durga Trance in showcasing the video was the mantra that we are reciting has a lot of names of Devis in it. Now, what does that Devi look like? Because we all believe in seeing something right in front of us, right?
Yeah.
So we wanted to showcase that. So
Yeah.
in Durga Trance, we actually created the look of the Devi. We
Hmm.
actually created what she would look like, and then we contemporized it. We added flavor to it. We added colors to it because it's trance, so we added neon to it. So we did a lot. We had a lot of help from AI, and if we were supposed to make this video in today's times without AI, it would have taken us at least 2 years to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So AI is here to stay, and we have to accept it, and we have to use it as a tool. And of course, before it starts using us in a couple of years, we have to make the most of it. तब
How
करेंगे
much do
फिर
you how much do you apply AI in your own music production process?
none at all. No, none
No.
whatsoever.
Okay.
No music. In music, I don't touch AI for music at all. No, no means no.
And I mean, just curious because a lot of producers do now these days, and
Yeah, it's very easy.
not for creating, but for at least kind of sampling and identifying what works
I
and what's not
started
working.
I started delving in it. I mean, I've started experimenting, but no, I've only used AI for writing support. Like I have an idea, so we expand upon the idea with ChatGPT, with Gemini, certain presentations, concept creations. It helps us in developing and building better concepts, but not in music. I've not used anything AI in music.
Do you think that in the genre that you are in, AI is not as handy as of now, or do you think AI will?
AI is very strong. It is extremely strong. I mean, it'll finish your
Okay.
song in a day completely.
Yeah.
So it's just that there is still hope. There is still a lot of time before everything becomes AI. So we are not we are creating, we are building, and we are using human resource, absolute human resource. There's no human intelligence. Yes, like I said, we can use AI to brainstorm, but there is so much there that you don't need to use AI for when it comes to creation.
Fair enough.
So I don't.
Fair enough. And it's pretty refreshing to know that you're not using,
I'll also tell
honestly.
you one small point about AI before we cut. AI is being trained on current music, right? When it comes to music, AI is being current. When it comes to art, there is too much art in the world, too much,
Yeah.
unimaginable amount of. But
Yeah.
music, na, फिर भी music is still limited in comparison to visual art. It
Yeah.
is still limited. So what happens is that when you are using AI for music, AI is going to give you a certain output that it will give other people as well.
Yeah.
It's not going to be exclusive to us.
Correct.
So the kind of music that you're going to be making will sound similar to somebody else sitting in Brazil or sitting in China or somebody thinking on those lines. ऐसा नहीं
Correct.
है that it is going to be outstanding and different. So that is why, today when we have, it's a better challenge to not use AI and create on your own.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Fair
sound
enough, man.
effect.
Fair enough. And I think that was pretty candid for you to say what you have said about AI, and it's pretty refreshing to know that human sound still has more value than an AI sound. And
It will
somebody,
always have.
yeah,
And now it's going to get rarer because a lot of people will be using AI for their creation process, and it's all going to come together. One fine day, we'll realize that a lot, maybe even 80% is sounding similar. It will come to that point.
yeah. So with this, I would like to thank you for taking time out to have a chat with us. And I mean, like I said earlier, the entire India, the entire country is praying for Sounds of Kumbh to win Grammys. And hopefully, once that is done, we would like to be the first one to have an interaction with you and
I don't mind.
see what
Absolutely. Why
how do you feel
not?
like. And till then, thank you so much, Siddhant, for taking time out for us on a Saturday
Thank
weekend.
you. Thank you for spending the same amount of time with me. It's nice to have that conversation. Thank you.
Pleasure is mine, and I would look forward to meeting you in person at your
We
studio.
will absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and thank you, Sakshi, also for arranging for all this. So
Yes.
have a great evening. Have a great day. Have a great day.
Yes, yes, Vishwa. Okay. See you around.
Okay, thank you.